Vitum copferae mat.
Deinde, cum extractum vespertilionis sanguini nixtum est, sanguis puniceo colore amisso lacteus fit.
Gentlemen, we are dealing with the undead.
Mas, Arauto.
Yes, Nosferatu. The undead. The vampire.
Abraham Van Helsing is one of the characters in Stoker's novel Dracula. And the first significant thing about that is that that's Bram Stoker's first name, because Bram is a short form of Abraham.
You're looking exceptionally... Pardon me, Dr. Sewell. But I think Miss Mina should go to her room at once.
Professor Van Helsing, I don't believe it's as important as you seem to think it is.
Excuse me, Count Dracula, Professor Van Helsing.
I think Stoker had a soft spot in his heart for Van Helsing. The very fact that here's an author, creates a character, gives that character his own first name, I think that's significant. He obviously thinks of that character as the central character or the most heroic character in the novel.
Your will is strong, Van Helsing. Indeed.
Van Helsing is one of those classic movie archetypes. He's not always a nice guy. Ultimately, he's pretty much a good guy. But he doesn't always go about it by the book.
What was in there? A gentleman with a stake driven right through his heart. Oh, do you know anything about this? Yes, I did it. Who is he in there? His name was Count Dracula. How long has he been dead? About 500 years.
He was the original vampire hunter. And so I thought, oh, that's a good way to start. He'll be my hero. The eye would be really great. Ready, and action!
You'll be hard to digest.
I'd hate to be such a nuisance.
My attitude was sort of like, okay, I love the idea of this character. How do I make him my own?
Here I come, ready or not!
I thought, well, what if I caught him at the beginning of his career, if you will? Made him younger, hipper, different. A hero who takes on the classic big monsters.
Now that I have your attention.
If you saw him a block away in silhouette, you'd know it's Van Helsing. He has a black hat and a black cape and a black coat, and he has a duster, like one of those old Western dusters, but it's black.
Van Helsing! You mother!
Van Helsing, in a sense, is an outsider. And although he might not be a monster in the sense that Frankenstein is, he's still viewed as something not normal, you know, something out of the ordinary.
No! You heard what he said!
My life, my job is to vanquish evil. I can sense evil.
I think it's a little bit of an ode to James Bond, you know.
Rings of garlic, holy water.
Every movie I have to come up with new and interesting props and weapons and stuff like that. It's part of the whole deal. But with this, I just thought, well, there's only certain ways you can kill a werewolf and certain ways you can kill a vampire, and thought, but now I have to take it to the next level.
My latest invention.
Ah, now this I like.
Yes, it's gas-propelled and capable of catapulting bolts in rapid succession at tremendous velocity. Just pull the trigger and hold on.
Every time I finish a script, I give it to my producing partner, Bob, and he reads it, and he says, this is who we need as a lead, and it's usually right. He read it, and he said, this is Hugh Jackman.
The Cardinal has ordered you to keep me alive.
For as long as possible.
We came to one name, and really one name only, and that was Hugh Jackman.
Why is it so important to kill this Dracula anyway?
Because he's the son of the devil.
Oh, I mean, besides that.
Because if we kill him, anything bitten by him or created by him will also die.
He embodies everything that the character is about. He's dashing, he's strong, he is handsome, he's capable of kicking ass.
Back off, pal.
Girls want to be with him, guys want to be like him. He really is the only person that we ever thought about.
You all right? Now that we've made the movie, it's hard to differentiate between the way I wrote Van Helsing as a writer and the way I see it now with Hugh Jackman.
Werewolf!
You know, it's like, it's kind of all about Hugh now, in a really good way. Whatever you put your hand, you take it away, just kind of spin towards it. This camera's mentioned to me here. I love the thought.
There's something very solid about Hugh. You immediately trust him and like him.
So if you want to save your family, you need to stay alive until Dracula is killed.
And who will kill them if not me? Who will show courage if not me?
If you go out there alone, you'll be outmanned in our position, and you can't see in the dark.
He's somebody that you totally believe would be enduringly around saving the day.
In the morning, we will hunt him. Together.
He's strong and he's fit and he has good humor and he doesn't give off a sense of arrogance or vanity, and yet he's extremely cute as well. So he's just got everything that you really want a traditional, kind of in the best sort of old-fashioned sense, leading man to have.
I'll find you! I'll get you back and set you free! I swear to God!
Hugh has a reputation as being one of the nicest people in show business. I came onto this movie in an attempt to find something about Hugh's character to debunk that theory. He is genuinely the most generous, happy, uplifting person to be around. He really is a genuinely lovely guy.
Got another one of these?
There's got to be something bad about him, and I intend to find it and make it known throughout the world of show business. Hopefully.
You always this popular?
Pretty much.
Here we go.
Very good, everybody. That was nice, man.
I flew up to Vancouver and visited him on X-Men and talked to him and asked him what he's been doing, how he feels about the wire work, basic things. Try to find out where he excels and where his weak points may be. And in Hugh's particular instance, there isn't any.
Ray kind of caught on to the fact that I'm a bit of a thrill seeker. I love all that stuff. And as a viewer of these movies, I just love watching the actor do it. Not because I'm going, wow, look at that actor, because it keeps me going in the story. And he said, mate, I totally agree. He says, wherever you can do something, I'm going to get you to do it.
3, 2, 1, go!
The great thing about doing X-Men first is that physically I was in good shape and I didn't have to do like 8 years of training to get into it, so I was ready. Although I have to say Van Helsing was probably 50% tougher than X-Men was, physically. I kept thinking, you know what, if I fell off, I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. Anyway, so I'm going along. I did 3 takes, and Troy, the second unit stunt guy, came up to me and he goes, man, I gotta tell you, in my entire career, I don't think I've ever seen an actor do a stunt like this. And I said, what do you mean? Why not?
Is that your sword or mine, darling?
This is the first time I've done a movie where ostensibly I've got the lead role, or name above title, as agents would call it. And that was something that I'd been offered before, but my agent had been wary of me taking and wanted to wait for the right project. So when this one came along, both of us sort of had a conference call, and we're just like, this is the one, this is it, let's go. I felt like it was a good part for me. It was different enough from what I'd done before, and yet I could tell it was sort of in my strengths.
Action!
It's that kind of swashbuckling film and that kind of character where this is not a spoof, this is not all tongue-in-cheek, it's very real, but there's a lightness of touch to it, there's a little wink in the eye, there's a kind of panache to it that those old 40s movies used to have. I think that's why it's got such a unique look and yet somehow feels slightly familiar.
And cut. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as Van Helsing's concerned, Kate Beckinsale and Hugh Jackman are finished on this movie.
Can I get a proper hug?